Welcome back to Rubber Chronicles. In today's episode, we're going to dive into a game analysis on the game between Blanes Yellow and Blanes Red.
The game begins with the red team having the possession of the ball, which later on leads to a loose ball. Thereafter, the yellow team's player chases it and manages to intercept the ball. Shortly after, the yellow team's player goes for a run for a potential try, but loses his balance, forcing him to throw a loose ball, where the red team intercepts. The red team's player plays back, and then the person that intercepts it finds a lane for a pass on the right side. The player that receives the ball later on goes for a run, where we see some back and forth passing action between the player and the player that previously passed. Thereafter, the red team's player receives the ball and goes for a run for a potential try, but unfortunately does an illegal foul where he throws the ball forward and catches it again. Due to the lack of sportsmanship, this player proceeds to continue the play even though he knew that this was illegal, which also creates some confusion for the players on the other team, which is something that they could try to improve for the next time. Thereafter, the player resets for the yellow team, where the player immediately passes back and passes to each other again with around 3 players involved. Then after, due to another person slipping, they get the advantage and start attacking on the left side. The team continues to play and pass back and forth, although they can see the other player that slipped, who seems to be injured. This is something that they can improve and maybe pay more attention to. Although during this, the yellow team finds a good chance to score a try, where they find a lane in the middle where no one is covering. Thereafter, the yellow team's player receives the ball and goes for a try and even manages to score the try, whilst his teammate is blocking off the defender, which leads to an easier try. Although shortly after scoring the try, the player makes an unsportsmanship-like action, which is throwing the ball towards the defender that just got scored on, which is something that seems disrespectful in my eyes. After the try, the play resets for the red team. They proceed to play back and try to cause some sort of play being spread out. Thereafter, the red team's player attempts to attack, but shortly after they run, their flag gets pulled. Shortly after this, the player sets for the yellow team and it's in their possession. Although after a few passes back, the red team's player manages to intercept it and goes for a run. During this run, the yellow team's player tries to pull down his flag, although it seems impossible from the angle that I'm watching in, meaning that the red team's player has wrapped their flag around their waist illegally. Although after this play, it's uncertain if this try counts or not, which is something that we can pay closer attention to. After the play resets for the yellow team, some unsportsmanlike and time-consuming actions were done where they pulled their flags as a joke, which also takes a lot of time from the clock in the lesson, which is something that they shouldn't. Although when they start the playing, the yellow team player throws illegally to a player that was offside. Although being offside, the play continues. When the yellow team's player goes for a run, he gets trapped in the corner, and thereafter, the yellow team proceeds to play back and back several times until they can find a good angle to go for another attack. Thereafter, the player finds the right pass, and they proceed to attack towards the right side, where they do a tackle that might have been illegal in some people's eyes, although they continue to play.
Afterwards, the red team immediately attack after starting their offense, but their offense is cut short